to week number 9 already. You've been following us for 2 months. We're very proud. And this week, we're talking about the relationship between the teacher and the student. Did you know that this relationship is the greatest indicator for student success? So this week, we're going to give you tips on how to get to know your students a little bit better. So take out pen and paper, and Isabelle will give you those tips.
Yeah, and if you didn't have time to get a pen and paper, you can just view it again, and that's okay. So the tip number 1 is basically a very common one, a very normal one. It's learning the students by their names. So you don't say, okay, you, or you call them, yes, Julie, you have an answer for us. So that would be tip number 1. Tip number 2 is to learn something about their students, your students' interests and hobbies, or even what they want to do in the future. Tip number 3 is to create and use relevant class examples. So use those, they're really, really important. Tip number 4, arrive in class early when possible and stay late when possible, and chat with your students. So, sometimes go a little bit over at lunchtime, just, discussing with your students, you create a bond with them. Tip number 5, interact more, lecture less. So that's a hard one to do. Tip number 6, reward students' comments, questions with verbal praise. So really comment on what they say in a positive way. Tip number 7, lighten up, crack a joke. That for some people is very easy to do, but for some others it can be harder. So, try to be a little bit more
on the funny side.
On the funny side, yeah. 8, be humble. If you make a mistake, it's okay. You can tell them that you made a mistake. So they're going to be really, really happy if you see that you're humble and that you're transparent in the fact that, well, you're not perfect. Number 9, having eye contact is also very important. And the easiest one, which is tip number 10, is smile. So enjoy your challenge. You don't have to try them all, but try at least maybe 3 or 4 and let us know how it goes.
Bye.
Bye.